Hope. I enjoy reading. I love to read books that give hope, that inspire, that encourage us to live a better life. But I've learned something in books. It's all a bunch of good advice. They can encourage us, inspire us, and call us to move forward, but they cannot change us. So then you ask the question, why do I even bother reading books? Because I read it and I'm inspired, I'm encouraged, and I feel like, I can go move a mountain. But then real life sets in. But you see a farmer. If he sets out and looks out over the field, he might feel inspired. I'm going to plant a beautiful garden here. And so he goes and he reads books and he's inspired about cultivating and growing, and he's encouraged, and then he sets out and grabs the plow, and real life sets in. And he's discouraged, and he thought, those books made it seem so easy that I could do this. And the truth is you can. But sometimes there's some sweat involved. There's hard work. You see, Proverbs 1:20 says, "Wisdom calls aloud in the street. She raises her voice in the public squares." The answer usually is right before us. And sometimes it's going to require some pain. Sometimes it's going to require to press on, because sometimes we don't feel like it. When I start to plow that field, I'm excited at first, and then it's like the real life sets in, and I'm tired, and I think, you know what? I don't know if I can really do this. But God has put that in you. He's given us the books to inspire and encourage, and wisdom calls out in the streets, and it's right there. The answer is Him, because we have rest in Him, and knowing that we can grab that plow and we can plow those fields. You see, the books won't change you. The books won't cause the field to be grown. But God has put in you everything that you need for life and godliness. And He's given you the books, I guess you could say, as kind of a cloud of witnesses that, hey, others have gone and they've plowed their field and they've planted their gardens. Keep pressing on. And before you know it, the fruit will come. The life will come. But you see, we live in a society that likes instant satisfaction, instant gratification. But read the books and glean some hope. And know that it's your turn to start plowing. And it's your turn to see the fruits that come forth from your effort that you put out. Because you see, God has made you, and He's packaged you with everything that you need. And He's calling you to put down that book and glean that hope and set out and plow your field. And together we can rejoice and be glad and see at some time in the future, wow, look, it really happened. Because it can happen to you too. You're not some outcast. You're not, disqualified by any means, because God calls you. And maybe you've been staring at that plow for a long time, but maybe it's time to start plowing and start partaking in the fruits of your labors.